Hello, it's Laura from Beads, Buttons and Birds. Welcome to my stop on Nancy's YouTube hop for UK scrapbookers. I don't usually do voiceovers, so bear with me. I am going to be I'm going to be scrapping this photo, which is of baby swallows being fed by their parent. I'm a bird nut, so I was really pleased to have caught this. The main idea was to use up these gossamer blue frames. I've got some pink paisley, some Page Evans, some My Mind's Eye, some crepe paper, all mixed in together, so I'm not using just one collection. I'm using a right old mishmash. So I think I'm aiming for like a pile of frames in the middle, probably with some mixed media in the background. Somehow, it's kind of a half a plan, I guess you could say. I don't really know what the end product is going to look like yet. The reason I'm voicing over is because we have some questions from Nancy to answer. The main focus of this hop is that we're all UK scrappers, and there's a few questions about how we got started as UK scrappers and our top 5, which I've written down because I knew if I just tried to talk I would never come up with 5 things. I'd come up with either something like 2 and then struggle, or I'd have a list of 10 and I just keep talking for hours. So I've written them down. First off is, how did we discover scrapbooking in the UK? How did we come to scrapbook? I can't really remember the answer to this. I guess it must have been online and through some scrapbook magazines, not that we have any anymore. Back in the good old days when we had magazines. And I think I just kept on seeing things. I've always been creative. I made cards and all that sort of, well, I'll have a go at making anything, jewellery, cards, painting, sewing, anything apart from knitting and crochet, because I just can't master them, it just doesn't work. I've stopped talking. What's the next question? Why do I watch scrapbooking? I love watching scrapbooking. I've got ME, so there are many days when I just can't do anything, let alone something as creative as scrapbooking. And on those days, I watch other people scrapping. And it's brilliant, because I feel like I'm creating, only I'm not actually doing anything. It doesn't take any, well, it does take energy, but it doesn't take anywhere near as much energy. So that's why I started watching YouTube, and then I guess it got to the point when I wondered what I would look like creating. So I started my own channel. How do I cut this? What am I doing? Who knows? I'm going to go like that, I think. So I filmed myself scrapbooking one day and decided that I looked no different to anyone else. and that maybe I could start my own channel, put myself out there. I was a guest designer for Like Forever Kits, and the previous guest designers had all made videos, so I thought, well, now's as good a time as any to make my first video. And it's gone from there. I make them, I don't have a regular schedule, I make them when I feel I can, and there's no pressure. I don't understand this whole pressure thing. I can't create when the camera's on and that sort of thing. Well, don't then. Because creating, the main thing has to be that you're creating is fun. Right. I'm just going to mark slightly so I can start my mixed media and have it vaguely in the right place. And I guess I should start on question 3, which is my top 5 things to do with the UK. I'm not going to lie, it's a daft list, but that's what you get with me. So, my top 5. We'll start off with countryside and wildlife. As you can tell by the picture, I like birds, I like wildlife, countryside, it's all good. And I'll tell you, the UK is beautiful. You get out there, even in cities actually, there's still green spaces that are really beautiful, and we are really lucky in this country. Second on my list, here's where it gets, or starts getting, ridiculous. Cheese! We have a lot of good cheese in this country. No, I haven't gone mad, we really do. Cheese is good stuff. We have, and in fact in lots of areas of food, we have a lot of artisan food makers, and yeah, we have a lot of good food produce. So that is number 2 on my list of why the UK is so brilliant. Number 3, football. And I mean football, proper football. I'm not going to call it soccer, it's football. That's what we call it. Yeah, crazy about football. It's not my fault, it's the family I was born into. Everybody's football crazy, and we love it. Number 4 on my list is sense of humour. I love the British sense of humour. We've got a lot of good comedy, a lot of good comedians, and just our general sense of humour and not taking ourselves too seriously and all that kind of stuff. I think that's one of our assets. And number 5 on my list, and this might surprise because we're doing this hop to promote the UK's scrap scene, because it's a bit kind of unknown. But I tell you, the UK craft community is brilliant. You have to find it. Once you've found it, there's so many lovely people out there that really it has to be on everyone's top 5 list if you're a crafter. The friendships I've made, as I said earlier, I've got ME, so I'm mainly housebound. So my life is online, pretty much. And the friends I've made are super. So that I've got to make top 5, I think. The UK crafting community, scrapbooking community, when you find them, they're fab, and they accept you for you, whatever your scrapping style. I know the next stop on the hop is Bex, who has a style nothing like mine. Is an absolute sweetheart, and is my Facebook friend, my Instagram friend, and has really been, well, it's just a lovely part of the craft community in the UK. Whereas I'm going to let this dry now before I carry on. I'm probably not going to voice the next bit because, let's face it, not great at voiceovers. So I'll leave you with this now. Don't forget to do everybody else on the hop. Bex is next. You should have come from Nancy, Kitty Scrapper, and well, Bex will tell you where to go next. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll let you watch the rest of the making.